Hey guys, this is Travis with Weighing In with Travis Hartman. I just recorded a segment with Iceman John Scully, who is the trainer of Artur Beterbiev. If you know that name is because Artur Beterbiev is getting ready to box Dmitry Bivol this Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And I had the pleasure of sitting down and talking with John Scully. We covered a bunch of wide ranging topics. We actually had about an hour and a half interview. I was only able to salvage about 6 to 7 minutes of it. We had some technical difficulties. We've got some rain. We're getting the Hurricane Milton here. So some of the interview was not able to be salvaged. So what we're not going to post, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. And one of those big things is, I think is what everybody wants to know is, how healthy is Artur Beterbiev's knee going into this fight with Dmitry Bivol, which is for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world, which the last time we had an undisputed champion was June of 1999, and that was none other than Roy Jones Jr. So that should tell you how big this fight is this Saturday. So, of course, I wanted to ask Sully if Beterbiev's knee was healthy, because Beterbiev is 39 years old. And when I asked John about Beterbiev's knee, he said, honestly, Trav, I forgot all about it until you just mentioned it. Out of John's own mouth, he said that Beterbiev went off to Russia to rehab his knee after the surgery. And when he came into camp, he was like, Travis, I didn't notice a single thing. And I genuinely didn't even think about that until you said it. So that tells me that Beterbiev seems to be 100% healthy, which is a good sign. That means we're going to get a high-level fight. Beterbiev is 20-0 with 20 knockouts. Dmitry Bivol is coming off his biggest win of his career a couple of wins ago against Canelo Alvarez. So that's why this fight is a blockbuster fight. Bivol has one of the titles. The other three titles are owned by Artur Beterbiev. We also dove in briefly about how Scully met Beterbiev, how he began working with him, how Mark Ramsey, who is Archer's coach, brought on John Scully to help out with things because Scully has that fight knowledge. He actually was a fighter. He's also trained many world champions, guys like Chad Dawson and a host of many others. So it was a pleasure sitting down with Scully, and I'm just a little sad that we didn't get the whole hour and a half interview posted, but we will post about 6 to 7 minutes of what we did pull from that. We're able to upload because of the technical difficulties, but I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that Scully said that Beterbiev's knee is 100% healthy. He said that his power is just as good as ever. His speed is just as good as ever. And they're looking for a 100% healthy Beterbiev going against Bivol. And we'll definitely have John back on the show eventually, maybe after the fight this weekend. But the fight is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. The last time that happened was with Roy Jones Jr. in June of 1999. So we haven't seen the likes of this in over 25 years. So everybody, and this is out of Scully's mouth too, you'll hear it in the interview, we should tune in. This is going to be one of the biggest fights that we've seen, I think, in 20 plus years, because Bivol is undefeated, Beterbiev is undefeated. They're both high-level guys. They're both world champions. So please enjoy the rest of this. And again, I apologize for not posting the whole hour and a half interview, but we had some technical difficulties, which normally doesn't happen. But I think the rain, the internet, and things like that maybe had something to do with it. Or Weekend Trav just, didn't do what he should have done. But it was a great interview. Thank you, John Scully, for coming on. We wish the best to Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. And it's a pleasure having you guys. And I want you to tune in because we did talk briefly about Bivol's ex-wife, and John Scully had some comments on that. So we're able to post that for sure too. But tune in, guys. God bless. Thank you so much. For all the real fight fans out there, do you think, and I think this is too, I think it's one of those I don't know about a Hagler-Hearns type of fight because of the styles, but I do think it's that big of a fight. Beterbiev versus Bivol, light heavyweight. First undisputed we'll have, unless it's a draw, obviously, but first undisputed fight we're going to have in the light heavyweight division in literally over 20-something years. What's your expectation, or what's your prediction for the fans? I guess not even for a winner or a loser. Obviously, you want your guy to win. I know that. But do you think it's going to be one of those blockbuster type of fights that fans need to tune into?
I would say so. Yeah. Because you got to understand, it's not just all that is enough, undisputed, and they've
Hmm.
been, waiting to fight each other. But they're also both from Russia. There's a nationalistic pride there. It's a little different for some other
Yeah.
people. Some countries, to Americans, so what? like we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care. We don't
Happens all
even
the time.
think of our nationality, right?
Yep. It's
But
true.
two Russian guys on this level, they're representing they're part of Russia. And I think it's going to be phenomenal. Just the anticipation. There's certain fights you could have a good fight. I've been in a lot of fights with fighters, and it's like, oh yeah, what's a good fight? Let's go. Ding ding, ring the bell, right? But other fights, you're like, man, I want to soak this whole thing in, because this is from beginning to end, from the first press conference to the final bell. This is going to be something big in the sport of boxing, and this one is right there.
And you're right, a part of that, Sully or Scully. You're part of history right now. You're part of the history in the making, and you've got to be like every step of the way. I think that's pretty cool. I think one day I would aspire as a person and as a coach to be a part of something like that. So I had a conversation with the guy the other day. It was just like, some of my friends and people that I look up to them because they have something that I want. Meaning, whether it's their life, whether it's their marriage, their kids, their family, their career, whatever else, you have something that I want one day. And that is training high level professional athletes, professional boxers, and being a part of history. You have something that I definitely one day would love to have. So I just want to tell you that, like, thank you to the boxing world, because you're a real true guy. Thank you for coming on the show. I definitely love and appreciate you taking the time out for me, man. And I know I've been talking about this for a
Always.
long time, but I 100% want to have you back on the show for sure and chat about this stuff. I did forget one little thing, and I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. But I've been seeing this about Bivol's ex-wife.
Man.
How is that? Have you seen any of that in person over there?
Yeah.
Like, is it as real as we're seeing like in the news?
Oh yeah. No, she's
She's Team
she's
Beterbiev, right?
vicious, man. She's vicious. Like when they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, they're talking about her. Like they're talking about that lady,
Yeah.
man. you know, they're talking about her. She's her those YouTube videos she put, like she's telling Arthur she's telling Dimitri she's on Arthur's side. She wants him to win. And oh man, she's there's no way. I feel bad for the guy. I honestly do. There's no way you can mentally escape that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, he's got to fight Arthur next week. But he's got to deal with that psychologically, this psychopath. Like I
Do
don't
you
know if
think?
he's on to blame or her. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's not, I feel for him because he's got to deal with that.
You know how the media, you know how the internet is, not even just the media, the internet is like, I don't know what's true or not. They're saying that he only pays like $1,100 a month for his child support. If
Yeah.
that's true, that's pretty messed up. However, I don't know. So that's why I'm not casting any judgment because I really don't know. I just know what I'm seeing. And she's a very angry woman.
Right. Well,
Very.
that's the thing. Whether she's lying or not, uh, the damage is done,
Oh, yeah.
because and even if she's lying, that makes it worse, because now he's like, man, all these people are believing these lies, and like it's bad enough if it was true, but it's
Yeah.
lies, and
Yeah.
they're all believing her, and he wants to go on the internet and go, no, I didn't do that, but he can't.
Yeah.
You know, uh, yeah, man.
Do
Like I
you
say,
think?
that quote about the women, man, they're talking about her.
That's so good. We're definitely going to use that. Do you think that that she'll be at the fight?
you know, I hope not. Like I hope she doesn't
Yeah.
come. That would be weird. It would be, now she's doing it, like now she's being vindictive.
Very.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? She shouldn't. If she wants to save herself, don't come, because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna. People may have a sympathy for you at this point. They
Mhm.
might want to wait and see what happens. But if you come to the fight, you're gonna do that to him on fight night, knowing she's been around the boxing, she knows what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I wouldn't want her to come. I hope she doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. If she wants to get something done, hopefully Bivol, maybe behind closed doors, like, dude, just get your people to be like, hey, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to do something. Like,
Right.
I feel like Bivol's people have a job now behind the scenes to be like squashing this, because if she's telling the truth, call her up, dude. If I'm part of the team, I'm like, listen, I'm going to try to take care of this because that's the last thing Bivol needs, right? Going into one of the biggest fights
Right.
of his career. It's
Right.
this fight, honestly, is going to be bigger than Canelo fight. This is the
Yeah.
undisputed. Like, this is two Russians. Like you said, the pride and the ego there is huge. Like, and that's, yeah. So hopefully that all works itself out. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up. I kind of forgot
Right.
about it because we got into our
Yeah.
boxing talk. And I think that this boxing match deserves to be only talked about, nothing else.
Yeah.
And so this is why this is at the very end. People probably stop listening by now, Scully, so we're probably good. But thank you so much again for coming on the show. Again, this is Weighing In with Travis Hartman. We're going to also put a link to John Scully's YouTube channel here in the details. We'll put that link there so you guys go see that. He's got a viral video on there that we were just talking about. We're going to see that. You can see Artur Beterbiev twirling some stuff as well. Pretty cool stuff. But again, congrats on the 8-year career that you've had with Beterbiev. You guys are 20-0 with 20 knockouts. You are fighting this Saturday, I believe it is, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The fight's going to be on DAZN, and I think it's at ESPN Plus. So tune in, everybody. You heard it right here from what we're going to go ahead and call Scully the godfather of boxing right now. The godfather has told you that you need to watch this. I am going to second that and agree with you. Tune in, guys. And again, Scully, thank you so much, man. Good luck with training today, and send our best to Beterbiev.
My man, thank you very much. All right.
God bless, brother.
Yes, sir.